Hello, I'm your narrator. I will provide information through this experience. Let me give you some background knowledge right now. From 3000 to 2000 BC, kings fell over land because they gave them more wealth and power. But no single king could control all of the city-states in Mesopotamia, and throughout this journey, we'll learn about different kings that ruled. But know that priests also played an important political role. Communities and villages grew throughout time, and leaders began to solve problems. In time, they became cities. Each city-state had its own ruler. Cities contained from 10,000 to 100,000 people. Cities were centers of trade, learning, and religion. In 3000 BC, city-states became wealthier and were attacked more for their money. So they asked a man to rule over them during war, which eventually became full-time jobs, and those men became kings. Mesopotamia was easy to invade because the land was flat. Now you will learn about Sargon. He ruled for northern and southern Mesopotamia. It is currently 2350 BC.
Hello, people of Mesopotamia. I'm Sargon of Akkad, the great and powerful, a skilled general, and soon I shall be your first leader. Men, attack! I am now your leader. Now you all must be loyal to me, or else you will be replaced with my faithful men. I'll make this a powerful empire. Now, as your king, I demand you to give me your goods and merchandise.
Sargon had ruled for 56 years and was the first to demand his son king. Sargon's and the Akkadians' greatest achievement was that they created the first empire. Let's now learn about the sixth ruler, Amorite King Hammurabi. He ruled from 1792 to 1750 BC, who ruled the Babylonian Empire. He created a vast empire. He was the emperor of the Babylonian Empire in the city of Babylon.
I am Hammurabi, and I am the ruler of many city-states. My empire stretches across Mesopotamia and other parts of the Fertile Crescent. I will use governance to help control the land. I will collect tax money, and I will appoint judges to help keep order. That will watch over agriculture, irrigation, trade, and the construction of buildings. We have a code of law, written rules for people to obey. I sent people to go and collect existing rules, and now have studied the previous codes and have written my own. These 282 rules will be displayed on huge pillars near the temple. My code reads that the government should protect and give justice to the people, and replace belief of revenge into ways to solve problems. These laws should apply to all, and the people should know these laws and be punished for breaking them. The goal of these codes is to bring justice and fair treatment to everyone. It has identified acts of wrongdoing and gives rights to people living in the land, even women and children. There will be different punishments for each social class.
What's this contraption?
I don't know. Let's go inside.
Okay.
They both appear in the 21st century.
Oh my gosh, hi.
Hello, can you answer some questions for us?
Sure.
How was the government back then different from the government today, and how was it similar?
Back then, there was a king who ruled as much land as he could conquer, and the king ruled over everything in the land that they ruled. Priests had a large say in the society, but today, many countries have people elected to rule over one country. Different people work together to do different things, like the president and 9 justices. And priests do not have any say in politics. There are no differences as similarity as back then a king ruled his landing. Even today, some countries there is a king ruling.
I have a question. What would happen to the empire if there wasn't a good emperor? Also, was there a time that the empire fell?
Well, if there wasn't a good emperor, the empire would fall. This is because the king ruled the entire government and all of the people. He told his people what to do because they could have many jobs and get everything done. And if he couldn't run the government properly, everything would be out of order. The emperor also has to defend his country during war. If he couldn't defend his land and people, then he would lose his spot as king. To answer your second question, each time the land went to war, the empire fell. War happened each time somebody wanted to take over position of king. For example, in the 2100 BC, the Sumerian city of rose back into power, conquering the city of Akkad. The empire was now ruled by a Sumerian king, but was still united. The empire grew weaker, however, and was eventually conquered by the Amorites in around 2000 BC.
Here's a question. How does this relate to today?
Mesopotamian government was the first government of all time. It had many mistakes happen based on the way it was formatted. So each time there was a new government created, they tried to fix those mistakes and keep improving until they got the perfect government. Also, how did the government affect the people?
Well, you see, the government affected the people because the government was about to tell the people what to do, and they were even able to banish them. Some of the emperor's kings collected taxes from the people. Sargon demanded loyalty to himself, or he would have them killed and replaced with his own men.
What are the characteristics of a civilization and how were they demonstrated in Mesopotamia?
The characteristics of Mesopotamian civilization included the city-state, irrigation, religion, 3 distinct social classes, and the development of the solar calendar. Mesopotamian civilization is thought to have been the first human civilization center of the world. It was the beginning of all civilizations. Growing numbers of people, the need to maintain the food supply, and the need for defense soon led to the growth of governments. Governments organize and regulate human activity. They also provide for smooth interaction between individuals and groups. In the first civilizations, it ended up being the greatest civilization of all time. Empire brings people and land under one ruler. Emperor, person who rules people in certain land. King, highest ranked leader of a group of people. Civilization, advanced form of culture. Sumer, southern Mesopotamia region. City-state, community that had a city and nearby farming.